Ye mamia what that screen is we. Your friend no lawyer Irene Natoshi Ado. Na oye former member of parliament for Tema West. And I'm going to tell you an interesting story. The story might take a different turn. I'm going to report on Nsemo Waka, which is the truth. Now here story no is quite an interesting one. My personal story with this woman. Now you understand certain things. What you say? Into no, send your American man. Your former MP for Tema West. Na o supporte Kennedy Japan. Or the same year babe tuja ende o make admission bi. O NPP ni mapa. Na yebekwa akwa nsemu a woka. Before we do that, Mr. And your first time as subscribe na click the notification bell on so. We are the latest news be about one sabe can say who team na we fu so. Now pese we fu eba for moi. Me recommend the book na eda screen so no. Book we betrel enyama miensa. Na sa enyama miensa no to me disu pepe a. Me ma 1 month pe. Ube mu senya we fu ebeba form. Me a me nemo ka say na me funi. Me di enyama na wo book ni so no. The same person me a me funi. Inti no me a me ton book na ma no. Also hu ne say enye fake. Ope book ni bi ato 055-807-4986. WhatsApp ana frame. Na ofra you best send new book no ne PDF ewo WhatsApp and na tree video ewo WhatsApp. It is just 100 cedis. Utia na say onsa akan book no. Now, lawyer Irene Natoshi Ado say indeed enkaneno near say NPP they have the men NPP for NRB. The Kufuado aban ba no na baomia ene ne nkrofo ba be hu se enye sanete. Wo de yenti maame no.
We said we have the men and we are more knowledgeable than the NDC. Today they beat us to it. Okay. Didn't they? That's not the only thing they did. They have been able to keep the dollar at 12. Mm-hmm. Why is anybody not blaming the governor, the finance minister, and the vice president who chaired the economic management team? Mm-hmm. Is it because I'm a female? I'm a woman. So in this country, where we have too many male chauvinists, it's easy to put your hand in a woman's eye and blame her for something. No. The dollar has been kept. Whether they are putting money in, whatever it is they are doing, President Akufo-Addo made it clear that he only brought Dr. Bawumia to come and help him to fix the economy. He said, if I say it in tree, yesikana ye rata. And muntina makofa Dr. Bawumia se ombe yesikane mayen. Umianum. If after 8 years, yentimia yesikana, where are the men who are blaming me? Where are those who are pointing fingers? Semina mima yelusui. What about the fact say 17 to the dollar? All those men, do they not exist? It is sad that I have to come out and talk about a party like this. But the way they are pointing their hands into my eye, I have infections in my eye. And it's time for me to bring out that log. I did not do anything wrong. I am an agent. I'm a tool. The job is by the administrator is to receive funds from finance. And when you receive the funds, you disburse it as approved by Parliament. If you receive funds that is not approved, you cannot be allowed to disburse it. I worked hard. My job was given to me by President Akufo-Addo. By the time President Akufo-Addo was leaving office, he honored a few people that he believed had worked very hard for him. We got various categories, the Order of the Volta and all that. And I'm proud to say that President Akufo-Addo honored me. And up till today, whenever he sees me, he thanks me for a good work done. I want to thank...
Basically, no. Dr. Irene Natoshi Ado and the President Akufo-Addo himself no na washe District Assembly Common Fund. I stand to be corrected. Na NPP for because Mami we declare support ama Kennedy Japan nti. Baumia nkro for kase. Mami sabotage Baumia. Na ana Mami sabotage Kufuado. That's what Baumia nkro for eka. Because almost say District Assembly Common Fund no. Na sikano enko district. Na ka sikano ko district ha. Na ka NPP betumi ayempuntu ndwuma wo district ho. Ntie na Mami ne ba abonti a wo beka se die ntia no no a wo ye oba no mu blame no. Because Baumia to a yan to ama Baumia no enye se bia sika free district ana sika nko district o. To a yan to ama Baumia no eye se dollar no ye economic management team chairman. Ba nini na emu no se ne no mo ka se NPP fo aben no se ende ye hu ne se NDC fo mum na aben. Inti basically no Mami ne nsem a wo ka no. Inti lawyer Irene Atoshiado. Now this is what she's saying and I agree with her perfectly. That yes, and I've constantly told you, say NPP for Yankophobia, they be omuye to know, say they have the men. But say yeah, the omo to enia obienim say there is no way you can compare NPP to NDC. In fact, Nancy Krano, Patrick Boama, Eba Bontin Bekan, say what share NDC for leadership, now share NPP leadership. Why now be to me they are compare? Because so share NDC leadership, share as you don't get here, who is the chairman? NPP one na yomo chairman in team. Untumi mfane compare. Share NDC general secretary Fifi Kwete. NPP general secretary JFK. You can't compare. What you say? Share NDC youth, NPP Shomu youth. You can't compare. Pablo and NPP youth why Mirefini din class. No. You can't compare. Share NDC communications director Sami Jemfi, NPP communications director Richard Ahyang. You can't compare. Inti wotie ensem a Irene Atoshiado ekana. Mijitum indeed they no kware. What you say? And they know NPP for they know. So there's no way they can compare themselves to NDC. Just that NDC for nyankrophobia omokasa, omunyankrophobia omoyetu no. What you say? Aha. Now let me tell you, and this is taking a different turn. Let me tell you my personal story with lawyer Irene Atoshiado. I'm not someone I make her say na mepe Irene Atoshiado asem. Na mempe asem. And I'm going to tell you why. And as I mempe asem, I hated her, Darby. But it was based on something. You see, me and Mimiti he. Constituency at Tema na Atoshi or ye MP no Tema West. Sa constituency no na mimi yobia ya womi watema. Tema na me bon me bra. The only time I mean during vacations ni nyama na ya na me call voter ni nyama. But the only time man tenatema when I went to university, University. But aside that, tema na me call me crèche, tema na me call me primary, tema na me call GSS, tema na me call me SS. Inti me pure bred tema boy, born bred in tema. Na tema baby a me tena ya me yes anyama nini na tema West, tema community 2. Eho na me ye bibia. Ati asiye, ye wo me tema community 5. Ta constituency nini ye wo me. Inti tema West die. Eho na maye bibia. Inti me no, there was a point in time me no, right? Na tema West omo MP. Ana tema West na ye MP, meka say ye MP, na ye MP ye lawyer edu. And I've said this story before, I'm going to tell you again. Na ye MP ye Abraham lawyer edu. That time na oye the majority leader. Na papa na me penasem. That man had an impact on my life. Not only me, but he had an impact on me namfofo. Omo ameni omunyi wotema community 2. Obia wonim community 2 bia no. Munim Italian flat block A. Italian flat block A. Eho na namete. Block A no. Flat no. Aha. Namete flat ne nchen yo. Na sa area no. Na ye wo page bia ye friend dirty park. Park bi wo ho ye friend dirty park. Ye area park bia ye bobo. Na dirty park no. Wall eda ho. Na wall ne chi na no. Ni wo clubhouse bia ye friend Power Clubhouse. Power Clubhouse. Na sa Power Clubhouse ya ye ken. Na esikafo ni mpanyifo e wotema. Eba ho Saturdays, eba bebo lawn tennis. What's lawn tennis no? Inti young tema boy, no bi biara watena tema dia bia nim se tema die. unya utina odi uti femu wantu uyo bia upe jumaden ewotema uye den upie anopa na oba onsa ebekọ wano inti young boy na ye tema boy a weekend nipa nko school ye pesika na saa time ni ye pesika de ye ne say Saturday anopa tututu ye ko Power Clubhouse ni akwa chichi tennis inti lawyer du moba saa time lawyer du ye lawyer NPP lawyer mapa wo parliament omoba Power Clubhouse no mo bebo tennis na ni yakwa chichi amomo ti yakwa chichi mo mu wi a no mo chinska. And that is how we made money every Saturday morning. Because lawn tennis now womo bo na bi obebo omo bo into obo wi a ebi a tennis ball na pa ne ho ball ne pa ne ho a onu ntumi nkonkoche ball ne mba nti yen ye ball boys no ye bekọ akoche ball na ba nti omo bo wi na omo pon a no mo achen sika. That's how we made money every Saturday morning. If Loyedu is watching this, I know he will be shocked. Now, one thing I me pay about Loyedu asem ne say, me now for no me say na me yobia me de school fees ni nyama no me ma me betua bibia ma me ntino na me nko Loyedu ho se me koje school fees. Ba na me won na fufuo bia no mo kọ private site na meka hyenyame din animunam se sa me nam fufuo no metumi akaatre mo se Loyedu na hwe wo mo. Loyedu ene hwe sa me nam fufuo no omo school mu omo den in fact ye betro BEC kra no Loyedu agi omo nina bako ene otua wo mo nina wo mo BEC school fees tua wo mo registration ni omo bibia no adamfo bako bia ende oye boss ewo na adwumem ye tro BEC wie na Loyedu so ne nsa ebisa ne se adwuma ben na wo pesa oye opese uko school anasa opese usua adwuma ose me pese me sua adwuma fitting ena Loyedu so ne nsa e de register no tua ne hu bibia ene ye tre ne adwuma enda me ne o ka say ono ankasa wo ne shop ono ankasa wo ne nkola ono ankasa e wo ne sika ye ka Loyedu ena ode inti the impact that man has had or the impact that man had on the lives of especially young guys like myself and omwana omufri committee 2 that time no early 2000s na ye pepapa nasem na story no eba on how Irene Toshiado ebebe ye ya mama mepe mame nasem enti one day bi na NPP for ye primaries Tema West na yen ya shelo Loyedu atare that time no mo to aba no wo Rotary Clubhouse mo amuni Rotary Clubhouse no opposite St. Paul's Community 5 na NPP for omo ye omo primaries wo ho e na yen ni na boys no kola ni na ya hye Loyedu atare e nim se wo we de Loyedu si obewini that time ni eni mami ye kokodu Rotary Clubhouse ho mami e defeat Loyedu ye kokoti ya yesi Loyedu onda ne lawyer onda ne MPBM obi ano ye majority leader yesi yenti bida enkola that time ni ye tinisuo nsemo ayete ne se mami ni wewie mu ana ye wie mu ama no ma wetulo ye free ade so ni ye tinisuo yesi na ade ni. And from then that was when I decided to say mami ampe mami nasem. I'm not going to say it was that deep, but you understand my story, baby. If you are ever, Tiemra, Carlos Ahin Krambabe Trinity. Say one also person contest Tema West no. Now for yes support Carlos Ahin Kra because of you see the history we had with Loyedu. Surprising, eh? I just wanted to tell you this story because and then me who mami walk and ensem no. Yeten encourage our politics mudie. When me who mami or can ensem no. It was, I mean, it just surprised me. And I was like, mami me who nache. And then me kasa story away. So people know. When I tell you that I've been a student of politics for long. A young brother say I grown a midi. Deep politics and for anyone who doubts me, Mumbisa mami no, emrana or contested Tema West. Na enyuma omuchamano, omo say Lawyer Irene Toshiado, Tema West Shawunsa, Lawyer Irene Toshiado. Anyone who remembers this song knows that the American they no quarry. Muntre mwa your comment box ni mo medase.